Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're trying out a brew of sorts in Standard 2022. This is a tribal everything deck, tribal deck, and the way we're kind of doing that is by playing a bunch of changelings. So changelings like Masked Vandal or Realm Walker or the tokens that get created from Bears of Lichjara have every creature type. So effectively what we're trying to do is play primarily an Angels tribal deck in the Abzan colors, so green, black, white, with a splash of blue only for the bears. And the way we do this is, so we have all these kind of changelings that count as angels. So now we have 8 2-mana angels that could trigger Righteous Valkyrie. We also have Legion's Angel. If any of our changelings die, it triggers Rampage of the Valkyries. So it's kind of a unique way to get angels that way. Realm Walker can be named for angels, so we get to play any of our changelings off the top of our library, as well as our angels themselves. Now, what we also have is a couple copies of Maskwood Nexus. So Maskwood Nexus allows us to have all our creatures be basically changelings in a way. They become every creature type at all times. Meaning, what we can do is then have our angels get the plus from something like Blex. If we want to play it on that side, gives all our creatures pests, bats, insects, snakes, spiders, but also what happens here is it makes our Righteous Valkyries, Youthful Valkyries larger in those cases. More often than not, we're playing it for Search for Blex. It's a 4 mana, basically drop to 5 cards. You lose 3 life for each card you put in your hand this way. We're gain a lot of life off Righteous Valkyrie ideally, and that's one way around it. When you have Maskwood Nexus out, and if you have a copy of Righteous Valkyrie, we also have a copy of Skeletal Swarming I want to try out here. So every turn you get skeletons. They view every other creature potentially as skeletons, so you get huge bonuses there. It gives other creatures trample. So kind of just some cool synergies there. The bears also makes our shapeshifters larger and then deals damage. We have some copies of Vanishing Verse as removal, and then we have some copies of Shambling Ghast, mainly because I wanted a 1-drop. This kind of helps us ramp. We're kind of pretty heavy on 3-drops, so just having this be something that could die early to allow us to play 3-drops a little bit quicker on curve is something I wanted to try out. The mana base, couple unique things here. So we're playing just a bunch of pathways, and then a couple like campuses or the snow duels. But we have the World Tree. When we have 6 or more lands, our lands tap for any color. But notably, 10 mana plus sacrificing World Tree allows us here to search up every god that's in our deck. Now, we don't have gods, but with Maskwood Nexus out, you can search for every creature out of your deck, and then all the triggers of Righteous Valkyrie gets to view every card as angels. So you can just have a turn potentially where end step you search up every creature out of your deck, have them all enter the battlefield at the same time. We also have Temple of the Dragon Queen. Now, we don't have dragons in the deck, but our changelings count as dragons. So this can become an untapped an untapped land of whatever color we want. So just some kind of cool little neat synergy things here that I wanted to try out. I played one whole game with this and ran into Dimir Control, which basically just removed every single thing I played. So we'll give it a shot, see how it goes. As we kind of roll into Historic Horizons later this week, I will be trying out as many decks as I can for that format. Might be a little bit slower just because the acquisition model for that set is going to be weird through Jumpstart. You can't just buy packs. But something to try out. I think we keep this. So this is going to be white. So I'm kind of like... Okay, so we're going to keep it. We're going to start with this being white. So the bears is the little bit of the awkward thing. We want to draw another land, ideally. So here... And we're going to name black here. We'll just play out Youthful Valkyrie. So as always, as we jump into this game, if you do enjoy the content, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way to helping out the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing. And if you do have any kind of cool decks, ideas, stuff like that you'd like to see it of, Historic Horizons, Jumpstart, Masters Edition, just let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're going to definitely want Righteous off the battlefield here. Question is, So definitely need green here. Do I do this for the turn, name Angel? I think we do. Take one more turn. Because this makes my Righteous bigger anyways. So I can block. This also gets me some virtual card advantage. Once we can get skeletal swarming going, it's actually pretty good. Next turn I can... I'm actually short of black to do double. Okay, so it's like mono white aggro. So we're kind of inclined to get rid of the flyer here. I have green. Do white here. So I can get rid of the flyer. They're going to do this. Then I can have the blockers. Otherwise the flyer is going to be a bit of a problem. I still have a 2-3 here. So they attack with symbology. I think we just passed the turn here. This will give us a 3-2. So there's also, I can get rid of the Rangers class. So we'll get rid of this. So here we're gonna name, put this on blue. That's the black one. And we're gonna do, I think we're just gonna do Vanishing Verse here. This is more of the immediate threat. We'll hold back here. They're kind of pressured with this to hit my Righteous Valkyrie. Otherwise I start getting advantage there. Skyclave's a card. It's an interesting decision. I guess they want to do this on this to give them a smaller token. So we have a land on top. So I can Bearers of Litjara. This gives me a Changeling, which gains me 2 life. This will also make my things 4/4s next turn. And then this will give them a better... Like they'll want to hit this, most likely. Or my Righteous, and then this will stick after this goes. So we have some options. This Realmwalker's just been giving us some gas off the top. If this goes unchecked, then we just have 4. We can deal some damage. Let's see what they do here. They can level up the... No, they can't level up class. This will give it double strike on attacking. The downside with this line is this, like with the, we know we're drawing 1 more land, so 7 mana, we're more likely to play multiple spells. They're really not respecting Righteous Valkyrie, which is an interesting decision. I think we're just spider spawning on black. Oh no, this has to attack. Shit. My sequencing was wrong there because I needed a 4 toughness. Ooh, they don't take it. I did that a little wrong there because I wanted to keep a 5-power creature. So we can take potentially a big chunk of damage off the double strike, but next turn then we can deal 4 damage to one of their flyers. Just try to control the board that way. I think the decision should have been to do that. So target up to 1 creature or planeswalker. I think we're going to get rid of this. This gives us another body. So these have to attack. Interesting move there. What they could have done is both the battlefield raptors block this dude, my shapeshifter. I think they're realizing that now. I think in retrospect, maybe Paladin's class, taking that off the battlefield would have been correct. So what we really want to see off the top now, ideally like Maskwood Nexus, because then this makes all my skeletons, like makes everything skeletons. Guardian of Faith. Rampage of the Valkyries would be pretty nice here. So that's 12 damage coming through. They're dead on the kickback. Alrighty. That had some pretty cool synergy. We might want another Maskwood Nexus. It's a good mana sink late game. Like 3 mana, you make a 2/2 every turn, and then we have all these different types of buffs. That might be better than Blex in the deck. We'll give it another go and then see if we want to go up one more Maskwood. This hand is fine, so white, black, green. Yeah, I think we're keeping that. Perfect. So then we can do this on blue. Some Gigantes. So Battle of Frost and Fire is something we need to be mindful of. Put this on green. But if we can get these to get our life total a bit higher, then we're in a good spot. So they have 2 turns here. So we'll go green here. So this could be Frostbite. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the point of damage here. Oh, this shuts off our life gain. That's annoying. Try to race them in the sky. We'll play out Bears next turn. Because they can play out Quakebringer, it gets the cost reduction off this. They have to go with Calamity Bearer. That's kind of good for us. This takes us to 22 only. So we're probably not going to be able to like race the Frost and Fire if they have the battle here, but we'll still be left with a Youthful Valkyrie. Okay, so Agar is good, gives us another chance here. They do hit us for 6 here. Takes us down to 22. Or 14. So I can take a chance. But I think what we do here is do this on black. No! I don't have green mana. I'm really surprised they didn't play this. Like, Quakebringer just shutting off our life gain seems really good. Even if they have a Frost and Fire next turn, my bears will allow me to smack them for a bunch. This does 12 damage. It's a big chunk of damage. So they don't have another removal spell though. We're in a good spot. Okay. Getting that off the table is nice. This is likely an extra turn. More so than you're blue, so I need you on green. So I'm going to lead with this. No, I got to lead with this. Too much upside. Head goes boom. Alright. That wait turn we saw the angels kind of get it done. So we had just these realm walkers letting us play cards. Angel beatdown. If we had the green last turn, then we would have been okay. Okay, so black. Black, white. I think we'll still keep this. Ooh, get to try out how Rampage works here. Yeah, you could sleep all you want. We'll create a treasure. It's bold that the mono white player thinks, or the mono red player thinks that they're big brained. And I say that as a mono red player. That's probably something worth us killing, I think. I'm willing to take the 2 damage here first. See what they play, because if they play the Lord, then I'm more interested in taking the Lord off the table. So this I'm gonna go green here. Play out the Righteous. Next turn I'm gonna bring out the Rampage. We won't take blocks here. They can have a variety of pump effects. No, thank you. Probably want another white. You're on green. We have relatively low amounts of green. Oh, you're sleepy because you're zombie. Oh, where'd you go, friend? Bye. So from that point, the opponent can't really do too much. We kind of lock them out. This deck's actually felt like surprisingly good. We got him a couple different angles. The Rampage plan there. Our little ghoulie boy, zombie on 1, helps us get out turn 4 Rampage. And then we could have gone like Realm Walker. We could have just started chaining Legion Angels. Alright. No blue mana just yet, but I think we're okay. Since we have 2 of these, I'm more willing to lead on this. We have a relatively nice curve here. I'm probably going to lead green first. Gabagoos. Okay, we got another black, which is nice. Probably take the damage here. Just don't attack. Okay, so we'll go... That's green. We'll put this on black. Angel. Just hold back here. We'll probably get Legion Angels going. They can do the pump next turn, which is a bit annoying. Ooh, okay, change of plans. So they can start shooting some stuff down. This game we don't have Valkyrie. Okay, that's really good. Double Lord is going to be tough. Kind of want them to attack. Cool. Thank you. We'll get a treasure. Okay, so Rampage next turn is really nice. So I can Bears this turn. Bears lets me do that. It's just a 2/2, triggers this. Makes my Shapeshifter a 4/4, but they're going to have enough to get that. I think we're going the Legion Angels route. Because I want to keep the most mana possible here. So they can Battle Cry here. So you can +1 here, and then you can deal an extra point of damage. Yeah, I think we're happy to take Battle Cry off the table. We'll take the 5 this turn, just because next turn it gets worse for them with Rampage. So they can deal 2 points of damage to us. So this isn't like instant, like play everything off the top of your deck. We do have a lot of non-creature spells. Pretty solid spot. No attacks here. Hold back. Start trading off some stuff. The more they hold back, the more I just kind of advance my board state. Okay, so we're going to block here, block here, block here, block here. And that's going to take 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's lethal. So we will have to block like this. But this should wipe out their board. They sack everything. Nice! Nice and easy. So even against like a really, really big board, we were able to do some nice work. What's it? What could be mystery pack? Call it now in the comments. Ooh, spellbook. Alright, let's give this one more go. This was definitely a cool deck. I like the effects in it. Bit of an interesting keep here. I think we keep. We do kind of have 2 dead cards based on this mana base. We'll decide. If it's like Dimir control, like more of a control-y deck, then we'll opt to go green on 2. We know for sure this is going to be white. Turn 2 Youthful Valkyries where we want to be majority of the time. If it's a more aggressively slanted deck, then I want access to Vanishing Verse. Oh, or help us make up our mind for us. Shamble Gambles. Some sort of aggressively slanted deck. If they attack with Shambles, we just take the damage. Oh, this is probably the Mardu. Whatchamacallit deck. Mardu Scalds. So here they might have like Dragonfire. Just deadly. So if they have Goldspan, I'm not blocking Goldspan anyways, so let's get in 2 points of damage. It's not where I'd rather kill it and keep my Righteous alive. Best draw would be any untapped line next turn. Kildian. Okay, so it's a big dragon. No blocks. Really needed a line there. So I think what we're gonna do here is kill Goldspan now, before they draw some extra cards. This takes them off Dragonfire, stuff like that. Showdown's a good one. Okay, so they can't Dragon this turn. They can Dragon next turn. And they can't really Showdown in the same turn. Which is fine. Untapped land. Give me an untapped land. Untapped land. So they can Showdown again. We need to be able to take Dragon off the field. Untap land again next turn is pretty good. Okay, so you're doing this. We'll see if they decide to go to attacks first or just do Showdown. On casting Showdown, kill this. So this way they're kind of hampered on mana again. Yeah, and this one's not as good. They have Deadly Dispute that they can do, but we can take off... We don't have a creature in our graveyard, which is a little annoying. Mass Vandal doesn't get to do its thing. Not green mana though. Not green mana. They can get pretty big here. I think we just want to gain some life here. Name Angel. Have one of these die and then my Mass Vandal can do some stuff. Green next turn. It's gonna be like the largest eye twitch ever. Mana base this game's kind of got into us. Ooh, they can make a really big Fireblade Charger. And then sack it to deal some damage. So they can play it. Yeah, so what they can do is... Yeah, put the counters on, and then kind of sack to use it as removal. Yeah, we needed a creature in our yard. Jeez. And we had to go through 2 Deadly Disputes already. That's wrong. You had these Fireblade Chargers you could have killed my Righteous. Like, they're going pretty wide though, so we are going to run into a bit of an issue. Shit, they're popping off. Just tons of 1-drops. Because these, even if they die, they're dealing 6 damage to us. So we are taking 5 here. Blex does not do it for us. So do this, just gain some life. It was a risky keep. Just throw a Mask Vandal in the way here. This gains us 4 life when it enters. My blocks are probably Masked and Righteous here. And then just hope Realmwalker can start connecting. Top of their deck hasn't been that good. Jeez. Alright. Opponent got us. It's hard to beat double Goldspan into double Showdown most games. They got ahead like crazy amounts on mana and just had a lot more card advantage than we did, but overall the deck felt like really solid. I think what we would do is probably, like, in all honesty, this can just go and just play the full set of Righteous, I think, here. Or Rampage. This card's really good. You're maybe even, like, this was pretty good. Is splashing the blue worth it? We did have a little bit of mana issue just getting there. We never saw our World Trees, so it might just be a matter of playing more World Trees, seeing that more often. So cutting something like the Witherbloom Campus, playing another World Tree. There's some options there, but I like the shell. I think this is definitely where we want to start. and then kind of go from there. We had some games of just like Angel Beatdowns, getting 8-2 mana, 8-3 mana Angels with this top end, with this kind of potential. Seems pretty sweet. But I'm going to wrap this one up. Let me know what you think in the comments, any updates, changes you'd suggest, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.